Is for sale by owner worth it? I'm Mark Antonio, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the upside and the downside so you can ultimately decide. As a homeowner, you obviously want to make as much money as possible as you can from the sale of your home. And if you don't have to pay a commission to a real estate agent, you put yourself in a nice position to be able to do that. Everybody knows that real estate agents get paid very well for what they do, so I don't blame homeowners for trying to save a big pile of cash. Just keep in mind that selling your home on your own can be more difficult than you initially thought. There are some drawbacks to it that you should definitely be aware of before you do a for sale by owner, also known as simply FSBO. Before we get into the downside, let's cover the upside. The only but significant upside to selling your own home is you save the commission that you would have had to pay to a real estate agent, and you could potentially net more from the sale. This is the main reason people try to sell their own home. When you do it yourself, you don't have to pay a commission to a real estate agent, which can be sky high. For example, if you sell your house for $600,000 and pay a 6% commission, that's $36,000 that you can keep in your pocket, which is nothing to sneeze at. But unfortunately, the chances of selling a home without a real estate agent are actually really low. Yes, I'm a real estate agent, but this is not my opinion. It's what the numbers show. Statistically speaking, less than 10% of all for sale by owners succeed in selling their home and ultimately end up bringing on a real estate agent. Think about that. There's basically over a 90% rate of failure when people try to do it themselves. But if you can pull it off, it's definitely worth it. So the major upside, and it's a big one, is you can save tens of thousands of dollars in commissions. What is the downside to selling your home on your own? Well, the first downside is you might not make as much money as you thought. For sale by owner homes statistically sell for significantly less than homes sold by agents. According to the National Association of Realtors, for sale by owner homes sell for $40,000 to $60,000 less than homes sold the traditional way. Yes, you won't have to pay a real estate agent thousands of dollars in commissions, but the reality is you might not sell your home for as much as you could have if you would have worked with a professional. So there are two major factors that determine the sale of a home. The first factor is the pricing of the home. The number one reason homes don't sell is because they're overpriced. If you've overpriced your home, it will be almost impossible to sell because you'll scare buyers away and your home will ultimately sit on the market for a long time, which you don't want. Even if you don't hire a real estate agent, I recommend talking to a professional, whether that's a professional real estate agent or a professional appraiser, because how you price your home can have a major impact on the price that you ultimately do get. As a professional real estate agent, we can give you a comparative market analysis or CMA. We'll do it for free. Just give us a call and we'll help you out with that so you can price your home correctly from day one. The second major factor in determining the sale of a home is the marketing. The main part of marketing is to get as many qualified buyers to see the home as possible in the shortest time. And if you've overpriced your home and you don't have a solid marketing plan to execute on, you'll miss any potential to receive multiple offers, which is exactly what you don't want. See, it's basic supply and demand. When you sell a home, you want to get as many offers as possible from different buyers. So as the seller, you have the upper hand because when you have multiple offers from different parties, often the price gets bid up over the initial listing or asking price. But this is unfortunately highly unlikely to happen when you sell your home on your own because not enough people are going to know your home is for sale. Which brings us to the second downside to listing your home or selling your home on your own. Marketing a home can be difficult, especially without an established network. Anybody can list a home online, but good marketing ensures that your home gets noticed by buyers that are looking for homes like yours. Yes, an agent will put your home online, but a good realtor will create that buzz around your home and spread the word throughout their established network of agents working with buyers in your area. And a good agent can reach more buyers than a listing on a for sale by owner site ever would. The third downside to selling your home on your own is it won't be listed on the MLS. Most buyers find homes by looking online, and real estate agents pay to put their clients' homes on the MLS, which get distributed out to Realtor.com and all the other major sites. And your home has the potential to be seen by thousands of potential buyers, and equally important, their agents. This is important because according to the National Association of Realtors, over 80% of buyers use agents. But when you sell your home on your own, your home won't go on the MLS and you'll miss out on being seen by all those agents working with all those buyers. When your house is listed on the MLS, it's like you have thousands of real estate agents trying to sell your home. But when you try to sell your home on your own and list on a for sale by owner site, You only have one agent, and that's you. The fourth downside to selling a home on your own is selling a home is hard work. Aside from having the home inspected and coordinating to make repairs, you have to hire a professional photographer or videographer for marketing. And you'll have to manage the listing, which means you're gonna have to take phone calls from interested buyers, and you'll have to show them the home when they're available and when you're available too. On top of that, you'll have to negotiate an acceptable sales price. And if you're not a skilled negotiator, you can end up getting steamrolled in the negotiation process. The bottom line is, no matter how smart you are, you're not going to be better than a good, keyword, good real estate agent who's smart as well and does all these things every day. You're going to be new at this, which means every step of the way, you're going to have a learning curve. And the last thing that you want to do is practice or experiment when it comes to selling your house. The fifth downside to selling your home on your own is you're going to have to qualify the buyer. If you're lucky enough to find a buyer, it's important to make sure that they're qualified to buy. Many people that sell their own home don't have the skill set or the experience to determine a buyer's qualifications and waste a lot of time with the wrong people. Just because someone has a mortgage letter doesn't mean they're qualified. There's a huge difference between being pre-approved for a mortgage and pre-qualified. Many times a pre-qualification letter isn't worth the paper that it's written on, and if you don't know the difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval, you might waste your time showing your home to someone that can't finance the steam off a hamburger. So in a nutshell, you want to be sure the buyer's got a pre-approval letter and insist and demand on seeing it, because having a pre-approval letter isn't 100% guarantee that the buyer will get the loan, but it's the closest thing that you can get. The sixth downside to selling your home on your own is you'll have to show the home. If you sell your own home, you're going to have to show it yourself. And when you're doing this, be aware that you're inviting the public, complete strangers, into your house, and there's always a risk to that. As real estate agents, we have systems in place to ensure our client safety, the safety of their belongings, and our own safety, but you're going to be on your own with this. So you want to be smart about what you put in your listing and who you show your home to, because unfortunately, there are criminals that target people that show homes and open houses. So anytime you show your home, make sure you have someone with you, make sure you remove any valuables before the showing, and make sure that you have people show you their ID and you make them sign a sign-in sheet. The seventh downside to selling your home on your own is you could potentially get into legal trouble. When you decide to sell by owner, you could do something wrong and not even know you're doing it. So do your research and make sure you're in compliance with your state's laws. Each city or state has its own laws. Don't overlook this. It's very important you don't take any shortcuts here, because if you don't know the rules, you could expose yourself to major risk, especially with disclosure requirements. If you as a seller are aware of any defects or malfunctions in your house, they need to be disclosed. Depending on the state, you'll have to legally disclose information on lead-based paint, nearby sex offenders or child molesters, or environmental hazards, or even if someone died in the home. And if you're aware of any of these things and you don't disclose them, you could end up with an upset buyer on your hands and or potentially end up in the middle of an ugly lawsuit. The eighth downside to selling your home on your own is you can attract bargain hunters and be bombarded by lowball offers. There are certain people that target for sale by owner homes because they want to steal the house, and they'll try to get into your pocket and lowball you because they think that you'll take less because you don't have to pay a commission to a real estate agent. So you'll need to be ready and know how to handle these people so you don't get taken advantage of. So is for sale by owner worth it? Well, the bottom line is, considering there's over a 90% failure rate for sale by owner homes, and when they do sell, they sell for $40,000 to $60,000 less than by working with an agent. If you're looking to make more money, then working with a good real estate professional will pay for itself over and over again, not just financially, but in terms of time saved and avoided stress from not exposing yourself to legal trouble. But if you think you can defy the odds, be the exception, and sell your own home, and you have the time to do it, at a minimum, offer to pay a commission to an agent that brings you a buyer, because like we mentioned earlier, over 80% of buyers use agents. So instead of paying a full 6% commission, you'll end up paying about 3%. So you can still save money and you could potentially get your home sold faster. Just keep in mind though, the buyer's agent works for the buyer, not for you. So their only job is to protect their client, the buyer. You're still going to be pretty much on your own, but the buyer's agent will help you with the paperwork to ensure that your home gets sold, because they ultimately want to get paid. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. If you like information like this, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell.